I never thought much of the old family portrait that hung in the dimly lit hallway of my childhood home. It depicted my great-grandparents in sepia tones, their faces serious, as if they had gazed into the camera knowing their secrets would be buried along with them. But it wasn't until the week of my grandmother's funeral that I noticed something peculiar. After the service, I returned home, fatigue pressing heavily on my chest, and there it was, an unshakable chill emanating from the portrait. I walked closer, my heart thudding in uneasy rhythm, and for the first time I noticed that my great-grandfather's eyes seemed different. They felt alive, watching, almost hungry. That night I tossed and turned, burdened by a dream that pressed against the edges of my mind, foggy yet insistent. I saw them clearly now, my great-grandparents, standing at the edge of a dark forest. They beckoned me with twisted smiles that sent icy fingers crawling up my spine. The moon hung low, casting eerie shadows that whispered and laughed in a language I couldn't understand. When I awoke, the air was thick, oppressive, as if every breath drew me deeper into the trance of that dream. Over the following days, things in the house shifted. Whispers curled through the air like smoke, too faint to understand but heavy with malevolence. The lights flickered and the floorboards creaked underfoot as if the house itself was alive, breathing around me, welcoming me into its secrets. I found myself drawn back to that portrait, feeling an inexplicable connection, my fingers tracing the outline of my great-grandfather's face. The strength of his gaze held me captive. Then came the night when I finally understood. As the clock struck midnight, the temperature dropped and the portrait began to shimmer with an unnatural light. The figures became animated, their faces shifting in grotesque delight. I stepped back, horror flooding my senses as I recognized the reality of their yearning expression. It wasn't merely a gaze, it was a plea. They were trapped, and in that moment I knew. The darkness in the woods had never been a nightmare. It was a lure, a promise, and they were inviting me in, urging me to take their place. My heart raced, beating like a warning drum, but the whispering voices wrapped around me, and I realized I could never escape the family legacy that bound me to those haunted woods.